has the power to do amazing things, and I'm very fortunate that I get to do this, and I'm very fortunate that you guys are here and that people come and people listen to my music. And I think all I ever wanted to do with music was to help people and to sort of, I don't know, it's a very, for me, like, it's just about helping people. That's pretty much all I ever wanted to do with music. I just knew that it could like make people's lives better, because that's what music did for me. And I think when, I don't know, this is going to sound so stupid, but I remember when I was watching, it happened to me twice in my life, and it actually happened when I watched a movie, and I was always playing music growing up. It was always what I did, and my mom was a musician, and it was just what I was like born into. So it was just something that I could do and that I loved doing. And I actually had a really, really close dear friend of mine, and I remember he loved music, but he wasn't really like, he never really played or anything. And his dad said to me, he was like, you know, you're so lucky that you can play music and that you can do this thing that can take you around the world, that could get you out of your hometown, that could bring you so much joy. And I remember I heard that, and it was kind of the first time I'd sort of thought of that. And then I sort of like, I remember watching Spider-Man, and I remember the grandfather, I think, says to him, like, with great power comes great responsibility. And like, at that time I never really took much notice because I'm not a superhero or have any superpowers. But I was kind of like, I remembered the quote because it was really famous. And it wasn't until I watched this incredible movie, which is called Good Will Hunting. And it's one of my favorite movies ever, and I cry every time I watch it. And I just remember, and I know it's just a movie, but it's a, you know, it's real. These are real stories that people tell, and it's a completely different story to mine. But this guy was just pretty good at maths, and somebody said to him, and he didn't use it, you know, he was just kind of messing around, and he didn't want to pursue and use this to make his life better and make the life of those around him better. And I just remember the guy saying to him, like, so many people in the world would love to just be able to do what you do. So if you can do it, you have the responsibility to do it. And I kind of feel like that's how I always felt with music. Like, first of all, it was just something that I loved. But secondly, I felt like if I can do something that can help people and that can bring like joy, and I feel like it's like a responsibility like given to you wherever, I don't know where it comes from, and I don't think it's something that, like, yeah, of course you work hard to be good at what you do, but I also think that there are, you know, some things you just, maybe you're born with it, and I don't think there's anything special about being born with any certain thing that you're good at. I'm shit at basically everything but music, so I was like, okay, well, if this is the gift that I was given from some, who knows, God, the world, the universe, I have no idea how it works, so I'm not really sure. But I always just thought, like, okay, like, this is such a blessing to have been born into a musical family and to have this thing, and so for me it was always just about trying to use it for something good, I guess, and just do, like, I don't know, just like make people's lives better. And then I had a really difficult childhood, and I had a really many years that were really, really hard, and I had really difficult situations in my life and my upbringing, and I know how music like saved me. And then I sort of always, like, my determination was like, I'm gonna get out of the other side of this, like, no matter what, and I'm gonna make it out, and then I'm gonna be a musician, and I'm gonna tell people my stories, and I'm gonna hopefully, I don't know, make them feel like they're not alone if they're going through anything similar, or make them feel like it doesn't matter what you go through at any age, any point in your life, like, you will never be defined by that. You define yourself, and you'll turn it into something positive. And I think all the sad and negative things in our lives, we can always try and turn them into positive things. And I think going back to this next song, it's a song that obviously came out of a very dark and really sad and difficult time in my life, but the moment it happened, I was like, what can I do? Like, the only thing I know how to do, and the only thing I can give back to the world is to make a song, write a song for myself, to help myself understand, but hopefully to allow others to heal and to maybe feel something, some sort of peace. And I think we turn to music and we turn to art when we don't have the answers. And all I'm gonna say is, like, life is so precious, and it is not a given. Never ever take it for granted. It's so easy. Every day you wake up and you're like, cool, another day, but it's not like that. And all the people around you that you love, like, just hug them and tell them how much you love them, because it's so important. And please stay on this planet as long as you can. Never leave us early. It's not cool. It's not what you need to do. Like, I'm here for you. Everyone in this room is here for you. The people who love you around you are there for you, and they will always be there for you. And there is no reason that you should ever have to feel like you can't stay here, like you can't stay on this planet. We have lost too many amazing, beautiful, young people that are that should be with us today. They should be here. That very first friend I actually spoke about, I lost to suicide, and I always remember that quote and that his dad said to me, and it breaks my heart all the time when I think about it, when I think about him, and I think about how beautiful his life could have been. And then a few years later, I lost another one of my best friends, and I just, like, never, every time it hits you and you're not prepared for it, and I just think it's too precious. Like, life is too important. So please, just do not take it for granted. And if there's anyone tonight here, you've lost anyone, it doesn't matter in what way, because loss hits everyone in different ways, and I'm sure everyone has emotions with this song that touches them, and for different reasons. But for them, I would just love to just fill this room with our love, fill this room with all of the joy and happiness and love that we can have, and just all the memories we have with these people, and just think about them and hold them in your minds. And if you've got a light on your phone, you can take it out, you put it up and you point it at the sky, and we put it up there for them in remembrance of all of those people that we've lost and all the people we're losing every day. And hopefully, this song will keep reaching people and keep helping people. So thank you, and I love you so much.